Right, good morning, we're back. There's some more of Hoss and Iron 4. And we're basically continuing on with Britain, where we left off last time. And we're having try number 2 of multi-stream. So we'll see how it goes this time. It should show up properly this time live, hopefully. So I'm still doing a slight testing back and forth, seeing how things work as they should. I thought I have to keep an eye on both a little bit. Right, but let's wind into the game, shall we? I think everything's set up and we're good to go. So we have the spy network set up, and we count the spy master of the alliance, and we're taking full advantage of that. Furthermore, we have our navies all set up. We are protecting as much as we can. Around England, we also have a kind of air kind of control around that region, and we even have some subs that we've been kind of sending in and out a little bit of the lower Baltic Sea. We can keep a little bit of eye on when their fleets come out, we back off. And in between, we were able to kind of snag a few convoys in between, so that's pretty good. All right, so let's just have a look at the things that show up here menu. And clear them out as much as we can before we go much further. I also had naval bombers. I think I just moved them up here to Dover, possibly. Well, let's give them a bit of order here. Let's see. Let's make sure they're actually here. Let's see. Give me an airport. I'm trying to find one here. Should be one. So we get this one. I suppose we could go to Calais. Oh, no, this one's in Kuala Lumpur. Well, that's fine. We're actually pulling out of the east, so I don't mind that. So I'm going to set this guy here to, seeing as his naval bomber, to bomb in the straits. We already have like a few airplanes there, but a few more to sink submarines couldn't possibly hurt. Yeah, so we're just kind of taking a little bit of chill, a bit of morning coffee, a bit of relaxing music in the background, despite the war going on. We should check out the front a little bit. We actually did like a strategic bombing run into Brandenburg, which was successful. So we set back their efforts to create a super heavy howitzer by quite a bit. It's not going too bad on this front, I think. We have a lot of support from us, of course, with the air. And the French are moving. I don't know what they're doing. They seem to be having, what's this, some light tanks and I'm guessing support, motorized infantry. Yeah, so they're going for a bit of blitz attack. Not sure it's going to work too well, though. Alright, so we have 100 points in air. Maybe we can add the strike aircraft into this. These should be our CAS. But let's pick something good for them. Thinking pinpoint strikes might be good. This should help the French as they move in. I looked into like some of these mods to help the performance. I found one which supposedly is supposed to help with like zooming in and out like this, but it's for an older version of the game, and I'm not convinced it's actually doing anything. There's a second one which was very popular, but that one is currently not working apparently and causes a lot of bugs. So I can't really install that yet. But I'm hoping they'll update it, and that should hopefully help with performance a bit. Now, like I mentioned earlier, it's like, when I'm just playing by myself, it's pretty smooth. But then add on the streaming and everything, and everything that goes with that, and we do get some hang-ups once in a while. Yeah, so I kind of went a bit wild tonight. I picked up 10 DLCs for HOI 4. So now we have just about everything except like the Australia pack. So it's a very different game from vanilla, that is. All right, so let's see. I'm okay with everything so far. I've kind of been with the fuel usage. I've been kind of trying to be clever about how I use the Navy, so we don't send them out too often, because it's mainly the Navy that's kind of eating up the fuel, right? So if I kind of keep them at base or in port until I really need them, like if I see a large fleet come from the Germans, for example, I'll send them out. And that way, we can keep pretty good reserves in general. Okay, some more agency updates. Let's check it out. What is the next thing we want here? So we have a lot of these sorted already. I haven't really tried any coordinated strikes yet, and I think it's probably going to be more effective if I actually have boots on the ground in Europe. But that's not really my main goal, so we'll keep this for later, I think. I'm not seeing any kind of partisan or anti-partisan movements yet, so I'm not sure I need to worry about that. Yeah, stuff like radio interception for decryption, and maybe this is like afterwards. Oh, I see. This actually unlocks after you have all of the radio interception groups. Let's see. We could do this one though. Codes and ciphers have thus far proven to be the most effective way of establishing and protecting our spy networks overseas. The government communication headquarters shall dedicate itself to the creation of new and elaborate encryption methods that our enemies shall be helpless to decipher. Yeah, so let's get one of these. Yeah, so you can see like our airplanes at work there. They're being very helpful for pushing out the army or the Navy, and actually been sinking a few ships as well. The submarines tend to get away, though, at least at this early stage. But I think once the tech gets better, they'll start sinking a bit more. I really like having the spy networks and that part as part of the game. I know a lot of people don't really use it much, but I feel it adds a lot to it, and it's like almost an additional mini game on top of everything else. I think it's fun. We'll check out Asia just a little bit. It does seem rather calm there, for the time being at least. We'll see how the progress is later on as the years progress. Then we have everything going on over here. Hey, Senra Kukai. This is HOI 4. It's a grand strategy game that simulates the Second World War. Are you a strategy game yourself? Hey, Action, how you doing? Glad to see you. You're just in time. We just started again. You have arrived. That's true. When's the next TFT stream? You told me what this was the other night. Let's see, TFT. That was like the mobile game, wasn't it? TFT. And I was trying to, decipher the acronym, but I couldn't find it. So yeah, then probably never. Because I don't think I'm playing a mobile game. So I like the game's progressing pretty well. We have our Spinox all built up, and exactly, Bislana, and welcome. What's the TFT? Exactly. It's so obtuse that I've even forgotten it between streams what it is. But I think it is some sort of strategy game, like a tower defense game, maybe, which kind of you send in commands and it fights for you. And then you update between. It's a bit of like a MOBA sort of thing, I think. I might be wrong. All right. So I've been pushing a lot of research now towards trying to get better planes. Because as you may recall, my main focus is going to be on Navy and air support and superiority. And so far it's going pretty well. We've had a strategic strike in the heart of Germany, just west of Berlin, which went well. I think maybe we should get some new interesting weapons as well. So I went a bit crazy, tonight, and I actually bought 10 DLCs for this game. So now we don't have to worry about subscriptions. I think we're pretty golden for the time being. Almost like $100, just, shut up and take my money, Paradox. As you do. Okay, so let's do aircraft construction like this. I bought most of them. I bought like all the extensions and like think 3 cosmetic ones or 4. So what remains is basically the focus expansions, like the ones that focus on particular countries. But with these extensions, you do have a lot of content to be played that I have to play through first. So I think I'm good for now. I might get suckered into buying the cosmetic pack for the ships in like the Asia region as well. Yeah, I can't really do that if I'm streaming, so let's see. Okay, Victory, brilliant. So that's one of the main fleets that's been popping up from Admiral Cloud's doing it. But it's pretty good price. I mean, I kind of wish they would have like some deeper discounts, but they go like up to 50%. And so now's a pretty good time to pick up a few. All right, so special project. We actually went for a major submarine. My idea is maybe it's a good idea to actually research a bit of mine laying. Yeah, the summer sales are on currently. So you can pick up a lot of these at a pretty good price. I mean, without the discounts, we're looking at anywhere between $200 to $300 something for everything. So with the discounts, like I think I spent about $90 or $95. I'd rather not think about it. So it's done. All right, so we had the major submarine, and that's all finished. Got a couple of divisions here. Let's add them. I think we might actually have to create a new British theater division. Yes. Ready, sir! This might be the last one we can squeeze in. Yeah, so we might as well get the cavalry. Move them out. That way we have a brand new we can start putting stuff into. Right, so we got another 100 points in army experience. What to do? Maybe artillery is a good idea. Or operations. No, I think I'll do artillery for now. Anti-tank. Yeah, let's do this because we're going to be so weak on... We're going to be strong with air superiority. We need more support for the anti-tank front. So that should be a good choice. Yeah, so how long do we need to wait until we can raid here again? No, it's 304 days. Okay, so a bit of a wait. I do actually... so it's actually been incorporated into the anti-tank, anti-air, and artillery. So you may remember from last stream, I entirely forgot to add the anti-tank. So we quickly fixed that. And we've been kind of pumping them out like mad since then. Okay, so we got this one back now finally. Should be in Calais, I believe. All right, so let's give this guy some naval strike commands. I mean, we could get cheeky and push towards Denmark. So we start striking them as they come out of the German heartland. Like so. Czech seems to be dying. Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? I mean, I don't think there's much we can do about it. But I think I might actually have a squadron of bombers in here, so I should pull them out. Let me check that actually. Yeah, we have a few here. Let's see, so these are bombers and these are going to be... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. Zara Cookie, because I'm thinking about holding it back a little bit. Try to focus more on air support and naval support. And leave the rest to the Allies. And then join in during D-Day, possibly. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on the Czechs in case they kind of fall entirely. Do you guys know what happens? Like, because I have these airplanes, do they actually flee back to my region, or do they get captured? Because it's looking like they're about to overrun Prague. The Czech hold. Yeah, I'm not convinced they're going to hold. They're trying, though. Like, give it to them. I'm actually going to pull back. I don't trust this. All right, so we get a bunch here in Nancy. I'm thinking maybe... I think they go to nearest airbase. Okay. I'll hold you to that. We'll find out what happens. So we trigger the war with the Czechs and not Danzig. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like... Surely that's Sudetental really worth it? Possibly. All right, so I should pick a new focus now. I think fighter command, if I don't have that already. Our first priority must be to control our own skies. It is hard to discern a more important area of military research than fighter development. I agree with this. We need these bonuses. So let me try. Oh, awesome. Sotamatan, you're actually from YouTube. Brilliant. Because I was wondering if I was going to actually see messages from there, but it seems to be working, so I'm really happy to see that. All right, so let's have a look at the research lots. More tech. if you can speak. Oh man. All right, so let's get the concentration on the industry here. Keep that popping out. Let's see. Dominion of Canada may not be free yet. I do believe we have one here which should be able to be released. So this might happen automatically. Positions. It is historical. So it's like semi-historical. The thing is, we started the war a little bit early because we decided to support the Czechs, and that's why the war kicked off really early for us. But as you can see, we're not really supporting the Czechs much. So I could have held off, But it is what it is. All right, so are these? I know mistakes were made. I was trying to go for like a fully historical one, and I suppose if I am, we should be moving some troops over soon, shouldn't we? Are we invading the US later? Yes, that's historical, so we will be doing that. Clearly kidding. All right, Hawk Hurricane. This guy's off in Alexandria as well. I'm thinking I should pull all these airplanes from Egypt and such. Not really planning to defend them down there anyways. Yeah, let's get you back to London for now. Or Leicester, maybe. Let me actually drag all of them over. Let's see, where are they? Here. It's not so many, but it does help to keep them all in the Europe theater. Consolidated forces. Like so. All right, so more doctrines. We have air experience, so we can push that a little bit. Preemptive strikes in Italy, perhaps. That is an option. All right, so I'm thinking like all these, right? They just build over time, don't they? I don't really spend any more steal their pizzas. Yeah, that'll make them furious. So I'm thinking here, like with the air experience, right? Can I spend it on any of these to speed it up, or does this kind of happen automatically? And if it does, besides like creating new aircrafts, what else am I going to be spending this air experience on? If you guys happen to know. I'm still learning Lost Light. It upgrades with combat. Okay. So then I wonder what I'm going to do with all the air experience. It is automatic if you have exact units for the combat on that specific aircraft. Okay. So a bit of combination of actually fighting and or through experience grant. Yeah, with like training, that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly, via training. Yeah, so how are we doing here? We should have... I like seeing this start. That means we're doing well. So sank 2 more light cruisers, the Cullen and Emden. So I was actually looking at some of these finds earlier, and it was really fun to see the names of the ships, because I recognize some of them from history. And to see them involved, this kind of brings you into the whole kind of fantasy of playing this World War II theater. So I just kind of wonder what I'm going to do with all these points. So these are racking up now. Okay, plant false intelligence. So let's do this. We started this earlier. We're trying to kind of fool the Germans and tell them something's happening that's not happening. So we'll commence this. I'd like to capture the cipher, but I think that's really hard to do. So maybe we can steal something instead. Maybe some naval blueprints. It's going to require 3 of them. Let's see. Yeah, we'll try this. Maybe we'll get something good. The cipher for the German Reich is fully decrypted. Oh, that's going to help. Trick is not to let them know. Let's see. Collaborating government is good, so they capitulate faster. Look at this bug, though. I don't think this is supposed to be here. Send the troops, please. Okay. I'll send some in. Let's see, we're not going to split Germany in 2 now. Probably not, but I suppose if we do send in the Home Guard, we could actually punch through here. It seems Senator Kake is happy with my choice to send them in, so we'll do that. Full occupation.
All in!
All right. So these are the ones I have in British theater. And they're fully trained, so they should be effective. The main thing I'm thinking about, though, is if I were to send them, that does leave the UK rather undefended as for invasions. But I guess where is Germany? Right there. So we're gonna go across to Calais then, and we'll head down here and help the offensive the French are doing. Yeah, so I wonder if we could just send them across, or if I need to do like a prepare an invasion activity. So we might have to actually prepare sending the troops. Let's see, it should be here somewhere. We did this with the Italy campaign, but it's a while ago. Ah, here it is. Naval innovation. So I guess we need to just send them across. Something like this. Yep, start there. And then we need to just start the command, I think. I think that's right. Now it's just going to take some time for all the troops to get together. And let's see. Yeah, I need to pick where I'm going from and then where I'm going to. There we go. That should sort it out. Refresh that. Now they should get getting into action. Right, so decrypted it. Let's see. Click to activate the decryption bonus. We will gain the following bonus for 30 days. Sure, sounds good to me. Let's see, you could just draw a fallback line in the French so your troops can move there. Oh, that's right. So they seeing as they're allies, right? So no TFT stream? I mean, you do, the TFT is like a, is that mobile kind of game, right? I remember the last time, like, I was thinking like TFT was something like the F, and then something for the T, right? But it was entirely wrong. All right, let's spend some of these points here. I think actually, Bish Lasagna. What would you like me to call you? Because I always get a bit tongue-tied. Uh-oh. Huh. So, do you mind if I call you Lasagna? Because there's that extra L in there that kind of throws me every time. All right, so let's pick something here. Lasagna is good. Okay, yeah. I should be able to do that. Lasagna. All right, thank you. Okay. This one. See, let me make a slight change here on my side. For my overlay. Give me one moment. Close this. And I should be able to close this too, I think. That should do it. All right, let me check the messages again. So Lasagna is good. Constantly harassing, raiding with submarines for Germany and patrolling their whole stuff. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of that really, but I should probably push in deeper and really take dominance. I think though to do that, I need to be able to send my airplanes a little bit further in, like the fighters, to support the fleets a bit better. It was supposed to be the PewDiePie song back then. Pew pew them, strike him hard. Yeah, we'll try. Oh yeah, I remember PewDiePie when he did that thing. And that was a bit awkward, wasn't it? All right, so we're getting an incoming raid here. Repel chance 82.3, because we do have a lot of air force here, and we've actually built up quite a bit of air defense as well. So I think I'm fairly confident just leaving it as it is. So these are the airplanes we called in. Let's move them to the breeze theater now. I actually have all these. Let's just fly them back to, let's see, Paris. And add them to the breeze theater. This looks like a naval bomber, so we'll move them to Calais. Playing Horse Orion 4 is already incident or indecent. Depends on how you look at it. Especially showing the square mustache guy flag in full glory. Yeah, that's it, right? Mind you, I'm just playing the Brits, so I'm all good. But now that I have Götter Damming, I think that was called the DLC, I may have to play Germany at some points. All right, so let's see how things are progressing here. Grandpa might get heart attack because of reliving the PTSD on Omaha Beach. Tell him to look away quickly. Some streamers alter his face when streaming with mods. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, I might have to look into that then. Better safe than sorry, right? Okay, so decisions, political power, we have lots of it. Keep pushing for this here. That we're pushing the Germans out. Now we might want to do this actually. Seeing as we have an incoming air raid, right? So this will help our grid and factories to be less vulnerable for, I think, 30 days or active for 14 days. I think I'll do this now. Protect us just in case to get through. We actually have a bit of support here. Okay, brilliant. So we're just waiting for our troops to make their way across, and once they land in Dieppe, we'll kind of draw some battle lines and push in with the French. Until then, we have the Air Force supporting them, and maybe we should get a bit cheeky, like I say. We could do like a raid with our main fleet to be further in. Oh, it's a bit risky, because we don't have that much air support if you go like east of Denmark, I think. Let's see. Is the game actually running more smoothly? It is, yeah, it's running much more smoothly now. I made some changes to my rig, like the way I'm running it. And I also added one of 2 mods I found. So one of these mods apparently helps with like zooming in and out. And I'm like on both sides, I'm not sure if it's working, but I sometimes feel like it is. But there's also like a secondary mod that's supposed to be more of an overhaul on performance. And that one looked a lot more promising. Unfortunately, currently, with the current build, it does break things. So I'm kind of holding on, waiting for that to actually get patched, and then I'll add that too. But things are running better, yes. It was really, it was getting a bit rough last time. Let's see. What could it be worse with Pony plus Nationalist Socialist mod? Totally nothing wrong. Pony's making me hard. We don't kink shame here. I think it referring to something else, of course. As long as you don't keep blasting such lingo and music. Yeah, we do very chill music, as you can tell. You can't hear it on YouTube, but you can hear it on Twitch. With no music, like no talking, of course, in that. Why are you invading Dunkirk? We're just trying to move across. We're not actually invading. So I'm just trying to get my troops here. Now it worked. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't working right-clicking earlier for some reason. Yeah, I was just wanting to get them to France so I can actually make them work for me. Slash you Brits invading the French. Oui, oui. As you do. Yeah, could just create a fallback line. I think I'll just do that now, actually. Because, like I said, I was trying to send them across like this before, and it didn't seem to work for some reason. And that's why I created the naval invasion. But of course, we're not really invading Jap. So let's just draw the line now, seeing as they're actually willing to move across. So let's see. Well, with the fallback line, we can do it like maybe around here somewhere. Maybe it's better on the other side of the river. I did kind of want to hold on to Reims. Yeah, so that should be enough for them to actually get in place, right? And then I can just set up like a attack order when I get there. Hold the mountains, river, and forest line. This will be good points. Okay, so that's west of the river. And then once we get the troops in, I guess we move them up here, right? I'm working on Sarakuke. Our troops are just making their way across. We are actually attacking them, though. We are doing strategic bombing at the moment. Unless they've decided to finish their sortie, which is possible. Let's go check them out, actually. Alright, so this one's standing by now. So we'll come in from the east as well. That's probably good. Strategic bombing. Yeah, I'm going to focus on the Western Front. Let's take that first. We want to make sure we have the air superiority before we start sending in the bombers, right? They're ransacking my home. I'm big sad. Oh, do you live in Germany? Sorry about that. Well, you kept telling me to invade, man. It's not my fault. All right, some more decisions here. Let's see if we can find something interesting. Let's see, emerging factory conversions. We should convert some civilian ones to military factories. Might want to do that. Okay, some more research clearing up. Let's see, we're at 1939. Let's get the medium airframe here. That should be the heavy attack planes, I think. All right, so we have 4 military factories available now. Let's check the logistics real quick. Just gonna see what we're missing at this point. Okay, so we need to ramp up the production of fighters in particular. So let's put everything towards that. Blanking out for a moment there. Okay, so let's do it this way. The interwar fighter, go speed 5? No, that's too much for me. Maybe eventually when I get really good at the game. I've done like speed 5 though before the war started, but then I kind of slow down a little bit. I don't feel that confident yet that I'll like want to do that. Yeah, let's see. I should have some upgrades. I was just gonna update them actually. I should have some better fighters. Like model. Here we go. Hey, Pavlokis, how are you doing? What's up? We are invading Germany now. We're actually sending boots on ground. And I've been convinced to be a bit more aggressive. So that's what's happening. I kind of feel like this model part here is it just the graphics I'm changing? I just wanted to change it like something like a Spitfire, you know. It's just a graphic, yeah. That's a bit disappointing. Can you pick like historical models? Wondering how we do that, because I'd love to pick something, you know, classic like the Hurricane or such. You want range plus weapons for fighter. Maybe a good engine. Let's see, range 684. Yeah, that seems kind of good, right? I mean, 684 clicks, that's going to be plenty, especially if you send them in right into France. Let's go with this for now. Save, and I thought I changed it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just being a bit of a muppet here. Just ensure the reliability is about 50%. Okay, let's double check then. Yeah, 56 should be good. So save it. And now it's called Gladiator MK1. Click that. Okay, so now we have the updated model. And let's really ramp up production on fighters, because that's what's going to win us the war pretty much. All right, so how are we doing here? When is the air raid coming? I keep watching out for it. It's gonna happen anytime now. My beautiful spy network kind of figured this out, so we are in preparation here. Looks like we're sending troops along. With all of the destroyers patrolling and aircraft patrolling the straits, I think we're pretty safe sending them across as well. But how about a basic small airframe instead? I mean, graphic-wise or construction-wise? I think I picked this one, right? This one's going to be for the bombers, the large airframes. I wonder if there's any way to know when this is going to happen. Like the air raid itself. Oh, what's happening? Let's see. Italo-Ethiopian operative captured. Giovanni Panielli, Agent 1. Giovanni Panielli has been caught attempting to infiltrate our administration and leak secret information back to her superiors. Upon interrogation, she revealed herself to be a foreign asset for rogue operations on British soil. It is still yet unknown what the exact nature of the Italo-Ethiopian interests in our nation is, or what sections of our administration have already been exposed to the eyes of the Italo-Ethiopian intelligence. Awaiting further interrogation, we can only hope that eventually she will reveal all there is to know of Italo-Ethiopian operations in the United Kingdom. Yeah, what you doing all up here, right? We have ways to make her talk. Let's see, so basic small airframe is better for production, like less required, I suppose. Justify Italy, the inlaid Unsane. You're just a warmonger, aren't you, Surukake? Serra Kuke, sorry. Okay, let's see. Another one of these things to be picked. This is going to be very good for us. Aircraft production group, 10% production decrease cost for these two here, for fighters and bombers. Just what we need. Yeah, that's planning spies. I mean, I'm doing lots of that. Wonder, do we need to actually integrate her as like an action, or is that just default? It just happens. So we're decrypting here. We tried to decrypt in Italy as well, seeing as they're getting a bit more warmongering. So we'll keep an eye on them. This guy. Yeah, it's like you get all these awesome advices, but their opinions in what may be the best choice or what to do will, of course, differ a little bit. But I do appreciate all of your inputs. Okay, so these are now arrived in Eastern Germany. We can actually start pushing them in a little bit here. Try to get a bit more air superiority. So we got these. Process supports. Wait, let's see. Oh, he's all the way up here, I see. These are new ones, yeah, they're standing by. We got lots of cows. I'm wondering if I should use all of them. I mean, it's going to be a bit heavy on the fuel usage, isn't it? I can see we have a lot of airplanes helping out here. It would be really nice if they would actually attack a bit more towards east. I mean, I suppose I could do that. try to spearhead a little bit towards Czechoslovakia, give them like a path between the two to the Allies.
Ready.
So here we go. We got some of the units in. Let's push a little bit in now. Let's create a front. So the offensive line. Something like this. And we activate. They should be helping the French and our Air Force there. Let's see, you could just import later or make refineries. Oh, you mean oil? Yeah. I think I actually had some refineries in production earlier. Invade Germans. We are. It's happening. Look at it. Here come the Brits with their sausages and mash. They're just really upset because, like, the Germans keep trying to put sauerkrauts with the sausages, and that's just sacrilegious. Hence the invasion. I think I might actually give it a save at this point. Just in case something goes pear-shaped. As in a crash or something like that. Yeah, let's boost it up to 3 in speed at least. Let's get brave on this. Let's see, 212 more days until we can evade or attack again. How about those submarines doing? How about a Tano Tuba run next time? Possibly. I just don't know what it is. Is that like a different political approach or like a nation with something in particular? I love seeing all these kind of dogfights in the air. Lots of action happening over Czechoslovakia. Oh, there goes one. Do some more fuel refining if you can. Let's see, oil processing. It's like a small desert nation near Siberia. Okay, that could be interesting.
Ready, sir.
That'll be very limited resources though, wouldn't it? But maybe playing a small nation could be interesting, quite different. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Support ships, possibly. Support ships will help maintain our superiority at sea by keeping our fleets afloat and effective during their prolonged deployments. I like escort carriers, though, to safeguard our supply lines, so we can send these off to like Brazil and areas with maybe some light cruisers. But there's going to be some activity by the submarines over there. From the Germans. Yeah, it's a meme nation unless you play with exploits. Okay. Support ships were good for you, so they last longer. Yeah, so I guess these are sent just with main fleets then. So they have oil, food supplies, ammunition, that sort of stuff. So it's manpower to 50. Okay, I'll go with that. That sounds good. I can always get the support carrier later. All right, well now we should have 24 out of 24 units. They should make their way across, hopefully. Lots of action on the front line here. How is the supply going? Okay, that's actually quite good. Because I'm thinking also with the Czechoslovakians, right, that they might need like a lifeline to keep them going. So I'm thinking maybe we can get Stuttgart and Nuremberg. Like this train track, if we can capture this, that should really help. I mean, I was supposed to go with Frankfurt to Nuremberg as well. Just want to kind of close the gap between the two, if you know what I mean. You could wait for the planning bones before attacking. Yeah, so if you have a plan to attack and you don't activate the command yet, is that how that builds up? So you just kind of give it a bit of time, and that grows with time before you actually execute the order? Because like now, they're really dug in onto it. They're really in there already. Yeah, it builds up when you're at the line, and by line, I think you probably need the fallback line, right? Light attacks, ladder shooting.
All in.
All right, so this guy will go into the this one here.
Ready, sir.
Yeah, because Claude Schindler, you can only take 24 divisions or units in the division, so we don't want to overbear him. We will, of course, make him less effective then, which is not what we want. The line with the Germans' fallback lines doesn't generate planning bonus. Line with the Germans.
Ready.
Would you then draw like a front line first and let it build up there, and then create like offensive line? Push in. So maybe you get the planning here on the front lines, and then you do the offensive line to actually execute. It seems to be going fairly well. We're losing this particular fight, but overall, we're pushing in. By the looks of all my airplanes, surely it's working. Yeah, the offensive line. Okay. So I have some more points to spend. Let's do the carriers. This might be good though. If we can start doing pause strikes and just really hem in the Germans. Hey Mina, how you doing? Let's get those bratwursts. That's what we're after. We need more sausages in London. So I'm thinking maybe either floating airfields, that or the carrier battle group. Max range, naval air targets, naval air attacks. Yeah, so this will help more with just kind of general fighting fleets, I think. Senator Kaki, what are you on about? Can you do a bunny girl cast for next time? I don't know how the rest of the viewers would perceive that. I don't want to get the wrong idea. I mean, like I said, I don't kink shame anybody who's into furries or anything like that. Go for it. It's not really my style, though. It does make me laugh, though, so it's all good. Okay, but you're constantly attacking, so it won't generate. Yeah, so I would actually need to stop attacking. So basically, click here. So now they should stop engaging and just kind of hold on the lines, right? And then you do some planning, and then I can execute again. And they'll have some planning bonus then, hopefully. So we're trying that at least. All right, so we got some experience. So let's give our field marshal some more traits here. I think reinforcement rate might be good for us. Yeah, you're just ordering to run at them right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm still figuring this stuff out, right? So it's good to get feedback from you guys, because that really helps, you know, helps me to get better at the game. Okay, so this will give me naval bombers as well, which is excellent. And is that conflicting kind of instructions? I think Lasagna might be giving more kind of truthful opinions. And I think maybe Sarai Kuke wants me to just go Leroy Jenkins and just charge in head first. Which could be funny, right? But I'll probably lose that way, I think. All right, support ships. What do we want? Maximum support efficiency. I'll go with the balance for now. They're invading my home. No. I mean, it's no wonder you're trying to give me conflicting information, right? I mean, it's only fair that you try to defend your homeland. The Rhineland. Right. But the research finished for the basic submarine. Making sure I'm got some stuff going on here too.
All in!
This guy is actually from West Africa. Okay. He can sail back to the UK. We have no use for him down there at the moment.
Ready
Get
to
all
move!
of them? Oh, it's actually quite a few of them. All right, come home, boys. And let's see, yes. There was something else I was trying to do, right? Did we have all the research? Line's actually pushing through again. So they're doing that without me asking them to in that case.
Attention!
All right, so I think like the planning bonus, right? I should be able to see it here somewhere. I do recall having seen it at some point. Should usually be a modifier icon somewhere, I think. Maybe they're just really eager to invade. It's a blue line. Oh yeah, so I need to delete that.
Listen up!
Because they keep pushing towards that, I think. Feel free to laugh at me. It's fine. Don't mind it. I think actually I should move up my fallback line as well. So if I delete all the orders, as you right-click this button to delete all the orders. Okay, so let's redo this. And I want to get that kind of planning bonus now, so let's do this properly. Blue lines are AI plans. Oh, yeah, okay. So that kind of tells me what they're planning. And they're planning to push towards onto this front. Okay, thanks, Mini. Oh, by the way, Mini, with the PM I sent you, in case you misunderstood, I was calling myself a Muppet for not faking that thing on YouTube, not yourself. just so we're clear, right? All right, so let's do some fallback lines here again. Where was it? Yeah, it's a fallback line. So I'm thinking maybe I could put it back here. What's a Muppet? It's like an English phrase for, like, you know, being a bit silly or being a bit of a fool sort of thing. So it's a very common phrase in the UK. Hey, you're being a bit of a Muppet. You know, so it's a friendly kind of joke usually. All right, so this will be a fallback line. So now if I wanted to get get some of that kind of planning bonus right. Oh, well, you're a donkey. Okay, fair enough. Elmo is also a Muppet. This is true, Lasagna. But Elmo is more of a US thing. But it's like a common term of phrase in the UK. Yes, let's get them back from the front line and try to figure this out, shall we? Everything else seems to be like in fairly good order, so we can take our time on doing this. Try not to look at all the squiggly lines, because that's just confusing. Oh, so Tommy K says that as well? Okay, that's interesting. You must have picked it up from some kind of... because it's like a very UK thing, right? I don't think they do that in Germany, to call people Muppets. I think they're taking a while to kind of fall back, because some of them are kind of stuck in a fight by the looks of it. We'll get them back eventually. Let's speed up just a little bit more while this is happening. And they will push right back to get those Bradfords. Don't you worry. Alright, so we have lots of political power. Might as well try to use it. What's this? Exhort heroism. Though the death toll rises, our people must be taught that only in battle are heroes forged. What a Muppet, perma-ban. I'll put it into Nightbot. So this is... okay, weekly war support goes above 0.6. That's probably good. So let's push for this. I'm not sure who said it. But it was funny, though. I think he was just joking, though. You know, so don't take it seriously. At least I'm fairly certain he was. And even if he wasn't, that's okay. It's just like, it's just not my vibe, but it's fine. All right, let's get some more factories for war production at this point. Where is Miatler? I just saw like a notification about Germany capturing it a while back. I guess it's a province. She probably will search for it then. Umeå. That's in Finland, isn't it? Okay, how are my troops doing? They're still stuck on the front line. They don't seem to want to go back to the fallback line.
Yes, sir.
That's weird. Alright, so I have a few factories here. Let's check the logistics. Really high demand for fighters. 728 per week. We need to push up that production even more by looks of it. Yeah. Maybe I should do like a second line. Because that should help the speed, right? But like each of these are an individual production line, isn't it? So if I say I make infinite here, they just keep pumping out one and one and one. But if I create a second line of production, also for the interval fighter, then they're synchronously creating units, each of them, aren't they? So that would actually produce more fighters, I imagine. Or am I thinking about this wrong? But this will cover it for now. It's the same rate. Okay, so it's easy just to keep it in one, so it's kind of easier to read what you have, right? Please say me there at the doors now. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Okay. And there he is, at the same rate. Okay. Single production line. Okay, good. Yeah, it does make it easier to kind of quickly be able to see what's happening. Let's have a quick look at the airplanes. So I'm really trying to push them hard at this point. This looks promising. 100% research speed. Which probably means we're slightly behind on as far as historical production or like research is involved. Can you produce a Ferrari while you're at it? Don't need to capture Italy for that. Okay, election, wartime exception. United Kingdom is in state of war. Normally, an election would be held at this time, but being in the midst of an important conflict, many argue that cannot afford to spend time on the political campaigning or a change of leadership if it should come to that. I'm just reading something now. I'm making up the words as I go. Meanwhile, others claim that declaring the ongoing war a valid reason for skipping elections is the first step towards eroding British democracy. After all, letting military matters take precedence over the people's influence could be a slippery slope. Oh yeah, so we can elect losing a bit of stability, or we can choose... this is pretty good. Though that increases communism and fascism support. I don't know. 20 political power, we had loads of that already. Stability 5%. I think maybe for the stability alone it might be worth it. Let's do that. We'll get a bit of communism and fascism, and they'll add some more things to deal with, which could be interesting. It kind of looks like a country needing Puma units back. They are determined to stay up there and fight, by the looks of it.
All in! Yes, sir!
Right, so we got the basic medium airframe. Or airframe. Get a large one too. Air-launched torpedoes. This could be good for the naval bombers. Sink those ships. Some light MGs. This should help for damage output, I think, for the fighters. There we go. Hell, ads. Oh, I'm actually getting ads now. I see. How long are they? Is it like 5 or 10 seconds or like half a minute? Alright, so let's pick a new focus here. Jet aircraft. Is that something we want to do? It's not really historical for Britain, though. 15 seconds? Okay. Yeah, so it's not too bad yet, at least. Heavy MG is usually good for most of the runs. Yeah, so I think that's a good thing for me to research then. I guess if I was doing the Germans or Italy, we'd have like cannons to research instead. Right, amphibious warfare, destroyer focus. This will help take care of the U-boats. Yeah, let's do this.
Listen up!
Listen up, gents. It's time to join the forces. Stiff upper lip and all that. Alright, so we got a new science or special project section starting up here. So let's pick a good one. It's all bright. So he's a specialist in jets, so we're of course gonna research helicopters with him. Because that makes perfect sense. As you do. Off you go. Yeah, cannons is slightly better than heavy MGs. So you usually just mass produce planes with heavy MGs. Yeah, I'm gonna need the numbers right. Because like those, cannons that had... I mean, the Hurricane has cannons. I think it had like 4 cannons, like 2 on each wing. It's like 20 millimeter. Oh, here they come. Or do they just keep teasing me with the air raids? This has been on for like the last year, I think. But they never want to come across. You have cannons on your ships. Yeah, well, I'm talking about slightly smaller cannons, right? So you have MGs on airplanes and cannons, right? PTSD clicking in. As you do. I can see you have some rough campaigns there. Okay, Finland rejects Soviet demands. End of the League of Nations. Oh, war with the Soviet Union. Alright, so that's starting now. I mean, we do have 53% kind of world tension, so it's really taking off now.
All in!
Alright, so what's going on with my troops here? Why won't they fall back and allow me to build up that kind of invasion or kind of planning bonus? So we stopped the plans. We have no current plans, yet they're still kind of on the front line by the looks of it. There's a few things about how AI behaves yet, or like the command system works, that I still need to figure out. You have to be on an offensive line. Okay, so we'll draw that now. I think we use a right click, and I should, let's see,
Orders!
use I. All right. I guess I need to create a front line first before I can create an offensive line. That should... If I left click, does it give me the line? Yeah, there we go. Now I can draw a offensive line. Something like this. Right, so now they have a fallback line, they have a front line, and an offensive line. So as long as they don't actually execute, if I understand it right, it will actually stop building up the, the planning modifier. Yep, the front line, I forgot the names. Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me, right? I just click and see the name on the screen, so it's kind of like cheating, isn't it? So leave them like that for time being. Hopefully they'll build up some sort of plan before they actually move in. Then we can go get those sweet SoundClouds. Yeah, then you right-click the line, so they're assigned to that line.
Orders! Move out!
I'm hoping I did it right. I feel like I did it wrong, but we'll find out soon enough. In any case, we're still kind of evading, so it's all good. It's all happening. Or counter right click. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? It's like a key combination and one of the mouse clicks. But at least it's got the units that can hang out in the fallback line. And we haven't really activated the order yet, so they should be planning the animation. All right, but let's see what else is happening here. Raids available. You can still bomb Washington if you feel like it. And here we get the incoming warning for the raid, which has been going on for ages. Still haven't seen it happen yet. All right, 431 points. Maybe I should spend some points on this now. We have some available. Help! The British are coming. Too right we are, said our cookie. Hold on to your bridges, because here we come. All right, so we get Army Command. Let's see. Let's pick something good. Let's see. Yeah, let's get Poland in here. Poland joins allies. Yes, please. We don't need any paratroopers. I'm not really planning to do that. Yeah, Germany getting sandwich. Totally, it's happening. We're gonna pull this off, ladies and gents. It's gonna be happening for us. Before you know it, you know, the Germans will be singing the national anthem for the UK. Right in Berlin. I think I'll go with this one here. Now for the Navy, flexible contracts, global presence. I like this, yeah. This will give us some really good heavy ships. And I look forward to fighting like the Bismarck and the John Hust and some other ones. Yeah, let's do this. We can also change it later. Let's see. Tip of the Spirit is usually good for special forces. Was that one of these things I was looking at? Remind you, I don't actually have any special forces yet. I mean, we have the MI6, but we don't actually have any kind of research into paratroopers or special forces of any kind yet. Does an English originate from the German language? Yes, the Germanic roots. And that's the case for a lot of languages in Europe. Right, so let's pick something here, carrier focus, or... And just being careful not to pick something that's mutually exclusive. So here we could, if we wanted to get the special forces, right? Yeah, you usually want to build mountaineers. I think I have that research, actually. Unless we need one of these to actually unlock that. I mean, there's just so many good things, right? Start a Lend-Lease. They'll provide this, and we get this. Oh, we get some P1 Hawks. Yeah, I could help. Prototype for the support ships. I think we're going this, right? I think so. Sarah, okay. Though my you know, geographic knowledge is somewhat horrendous, if I'm honest. I'm hoping playing HOI 4 is going to help me with that. Like, I play a lot of EU5 as well, but that's in a lot of cases like old country names or and kind of you look like Timu. Oh yeah, the helmets, right? Yeah, I can see it. Just need a little dart, right? The dart gun, that is. Yeah, I used to play League, but that's a while ago. Whether I'll go back to it, who knows, right? Oh, yeah. But I mean, it does distract them from the West Front, though, so we should be able to push through towards Czechoslovakia. And it will all kind of combine. And it looks like we're losing the West Front, too. What's going on here? What is this madness?
Ready, sir!
You, sir, you will join the front line. And so what's this? Mexican oil nationalized. Lazaro Cardenas has been stirring up populist nonsense aimed against our economic interest in Mexico. And now Partido Revolucionario Institucional has passed legislation to nationalize the assets of Royal Dutch Shell, Standard Oil of California, and many other international oil firms. Although their constitution allows to do this, international justice demands compensation for the losses suffered by their firms. The oil barons are demanding we act. Well, let's see what it looks like. What can we do? It's a fait accompli. There's nothing we can do. We will embargo trade with Mexico. Our options limited. You know, I don't mind losing 25 political power. I have so much of it. So basically say it's like out of our hands. It's nothing we can deal with. It seems like the best time to attack. Yeah, I would think so. They're very busy in the east there. Alright, so if you activate the order now.
Ready!
Where can I actually see the build-up? Like the strategic kind of bonus for the planning? Countries protecting their own interests? Very offensive. They're still at the fallback line now. Oh, they actually fell back? Oh, what are these people doing?
Listen up!
I mean, it looks like some of them are at the fallback line, so I'm guessing they kind of maybe rotate in and out. You know, to kind of get back their organization. Control right click. Control left click. You were super close. Alright, we got some more research to do. Actually, we got lots on your research we can do. What's this? Bombs, yes. Maybe we should do a bit of research into the military now, seeing as the army is pushing in. Alright, so we do have mountaineers. And let's see. Give them a bit of bonus here. And then finally, infantry equipment upgrades. There we go. Should be good for now. Imagine Italy attacking now. Yeah, that wouldn't be the best. I hope they're busy in the south here. It's probably happening soon. What should I do with all this political power? Alright, it does seem like France is losing a bit of influence as I'm moving my troops in. and becoming more active in the engagement. Because they were actually threatening my position as the faction leader for a while. And I wasn't necessarily seeing any ways to bring back the control right. So if I add my own facilities, I guess that's going to be something that's usable for the whole faction, not just myself. Maybe that's not the best choice right now. Let's see. Faction intelligence. Set up intelligence sharing and change faction spy master. I'm currently the spy master, mind you. Yeah, so I could become the head of many of these things, I guess. I wonder if I change, if I do like, let's say I pick counterintelligence. Would that mean I stop being the spy master or just like add on top? That's another thing. Poland. They're still kind of hanging in there though. We're trying to reach them, but it's, you know, it's harder than saying it right. Okay, so we can actually plan another raid on them here. Let's see. We'll do it from Bohemia again. Okay. Pretty good chance of success this time around. We could also send in our Air Force just before we, you know, do the actual raid to actually get more air kind of control. All right, but let's have a look at some other ones. How are we doing with the Navy and everything? It looks more like Germany is just kind of holding back in their ports for the most part. They don't seem comfortable engaging anymore, which means we've been successful in repelling them. Lots of losing fights for Poland. We could convoy them or maybe lure their ships. Yeah, I suppose we could send out like a smaller fleet into the lower Baltic Sea. And then, you know, bait them out and then bring in the HMS Fury and the main fleets. So if you have a look at the navies we have. So I'd like something that's light, so maybe light cruisers and destroyers. That way they can pull back and actually disengage when they bring out the main fleet. I'm just going to have a quick look through what I have. And if they're not too busy, you know, sinking submarines and such, like maybe I'll bring this one back here. Because they'll be working in the, you know, Bay of Biscay for a while. That's mainly destroyers, I think. Yeah. So we could send these back here. Germans have been raiding my town for a while now. You mean the British? Because I thought you were German, but I might be wrong. You've not had decent meal for years now. Oh, okay, so maybe you're like in Poland or like Czechland. Yeah, it's rough these days, right? We're trying to rectify the situation a little bit. It might take a while, though. Okay, so we have this destroying fleet here. Let's see if we can't send them to the lower Baltic Sea, or at least a strait here. So do convoy raiding. We're kind of out of range here, I suppose, so it's a little bit hard to get them to come out. Save us. I'm working on it. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure. Alright, so we got some mines we could do. Because I have some of these midget submarines, and I could send them in and actually lay some mines by some of the German ports. Which could be interesting. Range also depends on where your ships are stationed. Yeah, so that's why I kind of moved them to Yorkshire. So that's the one that kind of gives us the closest access to the lower Baltic Sea. But of course, if you do end up capturing some of the naval ports of Germany, that just changes the dynamic quite a bit. Whoa. Yeah. We now host Poland as a government in exile. So Poland may have fallen, possibly. Poland has capitulated. Well, I guess we won't be coming to save you, Lasagna. Sorry about that. But it seems they've spotted my fleets near Denmark. So we will try to sink them. Sink them. Unsan. Too late, yeah. We can all move it over to UK, it's fine. Alright, let's see, what should we pick now? Oh, this seems like a good idea. Extra research slots. Should have picked this early on, I must have missed it. Alright. So 3 to 9 units. We don't really know what they are yet. Oops. Let's see, is it left click? Mm-hmm. So they actually have the strike force command. I mean, I guess they should leave the ports, seeing as they've been spotted over here. Yeah, so this I could do like manually. But I've actually tried this in the past, like, so I've sent the fleets manually, and by the time I get there, you know, they're not finding them, basically. So I'm thinking maybe I have to keep them on patrol for a little bit. It almost seems like I can't tell them exactly where to patrol. Like that is patrol the region in general. Yeah, I mean, these are right. These are fighting, but I was trying to bring the main fleet in, and they just sailed here, took a U-turn, and headed back to north of France. Oh, forgot I had it paused there. All right, let's get all the new units, put them into this unit here for the time being. Placeholder until we send them to the front line. Let's get this stuff. I did draw the offensive line. It just seems maybe it's been cleared or something. Offensive line. And let's see. Nope, so that's not it. All right, so this should set this current front line as the offensive line. And then I'll do the... Oh, okay. No, okay, yeah, so that was the front line. Let's push in a little bit further. We want to get Frankfurt, maybe. Like Stuttgart and Ulm. Alright, so now we have this new front line to push for. Should make them more aggressive, hopefully. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, it's finally happening. All right, looks like we'll need a lot more fighters. They have 800 fighters. And they're Messerschmitts as well. BF-109s. They're such a cool airplane. Like the design and the paint job they had on the Messerschmitts. The BF-109s, I mean. And then they had that kind of spinning thing on the front of the propeller, right? And apparently that was placed there as an intimidation tactic. Alright, so Germany is now going to war with Denmark as well. Yeah, it's AI. So single-player game, basically. Yeah, I know, right? I had control a while back, but since then it slipped away from me by the looks of it. Which is going to make all this kind of strategic bombing and everything a lot harder. So we need a lot more airplanes to support this. So I'm going to try to move all the airplanes close to the front line. Let's see, you could also wait till your planes are produced so they fight as one. And these are already produced, right? So they don't really show up until they are finished. But the idea is basically I'm trying to find the fighters I have and bring them in to support the Western German front. That's the idea anyways. Okay, so some of these are CAS airplanes. We mainly need fighters at this point. That's where I'm going wrong. Okay. I think I'm missing a lot. Chamberlain resigns. We shall never surrender. And Winston Churchill is now in command. There we go. Now what's happening? Let's have a look at the list of airplanes here. So we don't really have that many, do we? They're all fighting though. They're all busy doing what they have to, but we do have some fighting in Czechoslovakia, so we could bring them back to the Eastern Germany fronts. And by the looks of things, Czechoslovakia will be falling soon, so might as well, because we need every fighter we can on the West Front at this point. So I'll push everything to that front. Thank you for the follow, Senrukaki. Senrukuke. I keep butchering your name. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I appreciate the follow, though. All right, that looks a bit better, right? So we move everything back here. And Hopefully we can just recapture it later. Now, being the military genius I am, guaranteed, right? You can invite to the faction. Okay, so maybe we can get some more people in here. So Kingdom of Romania and Greece. Let's try to do that. That's probably a good idea. So the more units on the ground we can get, the better. Is he asked to join? Kingdom of Romania wants to join the faction alliance. We will accept that. Then there's just Greece left to get in here. I'm guessing we right-click Greece. Ask to join the faction here somewhere. They're fighting Italy not like this. Yeah, I mean, they're fighting everybody already, right? So they might as well join the faction at this point. So I'm guessing it's going to be one of these options. Invite to faction. Here we go. Currently at war with the German Reich. They will accept. Perfect. Alright, so let's go back to, yeah, we are at air view. Is Denmark in the faction as well? I think they are. Well, at least they're fighting Germany. So we can have a look. Oh. Never mind. They're bombing my house. Please help. Send help. Yeah, I'm afraid I have to wait for a little bit. We're concerned with the West Front at this point. These little naval bombers. Let's get the all the fighters. Get them all in the air. Close air support. No. Air superiority. West Front. I think maybe we just don't have the numbers yet. Oh, so at least join as well. But we're also getting lots of different allies by looks of it. Yeah. Okay, so get a new scientist to this one. We need to recruit a scientist. The nuclear war experts. I don't think I'll be going with nuclear stuff this run, so let's go get Mr. Roberts, I think. Denmark has capitulated. There we go. Wait. Did I think I misclicked this. Yeah, I did misclick. Okay, never mind. Let's just get this guy. Oh, we just need to assign them. No. So click to assign the scientist. Recruit the scientist. Let's get Murphy here. Left click. Spend 100 to recruit him. We have the points. Okay. But it's not being applied. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a land warfare facility. Oh, good point, Lasagna. Yeah, that's what I was missing. Yeah, I was trying to hire the wrong guy. That's no wonder they wouldn't join them. Okay, yeah, interwar planes are bad at this point. And UK, when their highly developed ally is getting bombed. UK, when they lose all the meter or some random desert with nothing. Imperialist intensifies. Yeah, we're actually trying to get rid of the colonies in Africa, and we're going to let Asia come take care of themselves. So we've done a little research towards that. All right, but let's try this again. Let's do it properly this time. Cancel. It's going to be, it's basically just Nancy Murphy. Now we can select them. And here we go. Brilliant. Appreciate that, guys. Okay, so on 3 civilian factories. So now we can actually do a bit of production again in Britain. Let's check the infrastructure to make sure it's good. So you can push it up here, bring this to full, and let's get a bunch of these, not civilian, but military factories. Just get more airplanes out there. We need to produce so many of them to catch up with the Germans. Alright, that should do it for now. Alright, some doctrines. I guess I can do submarines. Okay, well, we'll do this. Coastal defense. We have some of these mini or medium submarines, so it'll work well for them. It'll be either that, or... Plus, I need a surprise I'm still alive in the game. Or is that a cookie that he's still alive? By the way, it's bomb now. Both equally valid. Fair point. I do like torpedo screening, though, to protect the fleets. Though I haven't really used submarines much with the main fleet, so... Yeah, let's do this. Coastal defense. Alright, what's this? Join the wars. Enemies. Yeah, that looks fine. Same with the British Raj. Accept. Wow, it's turning into a global affair at this point. Yeah. Just want to make sure I don't actually join like a random war. That has nothing to do with the European front. That one looks legit to me. Alright, we're actually kind of running low on fuel here, so we might have to trade for it. New Zealand's joined the war, so over for the Jerrys. Who's fighting Nepal? Totally random. Maybe I should send troops to capture Nepal. 58 days, that's no good. It's kind of interesting, though. I would expect this to be at a negative and a red color. But it's like white, right? So that's supposed to be kind of neutral or kind of in the middle. Well, I'm kind of glad the French are taking Ethiopia. That way I don't have to worry about that. And they can deal with the Italians for me down there. Which will be fine. Okay, so let's import a bit of oil from the States. And let's see, maybe need... Maybe let's just do a little bit for now. We can import aluminum from France. There we go. Let's balance it out just a little bit, and that should be better for us. Wow, the map is looking really red and chaotic at this point. I don't even know where to look anymore. We've just started as well, so we've just been dealing with like the North Atlantic. We have yet to invade the Mediterranean with our fleet. That's like one of the other goals I have, so it'll be interesting when the fleet start being able to split. Be split. Yeah, I think the French are doing a pretty good job. I mean, in Africa, not so much in Germany. Maybe they should be focusing a bit more on the German West fronts. Who knows, right? That's up for debate, I suppose. Dingo ate my baby. Let's get a dingo, shall we? I know, that's a mad thought, isn't it, lasagna? actually defending France. I actually saw a game someone was playing, and France, they just kind of left Paris. They could have defended it. They had troops around, but they just backed off and let Germany walk right into Paris. Maybe also try to kind of recreate the historical, events, but they had the troops at the time to defend, so it was really strange. Me with no micromanaging of divisions. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I'm still at the stage I'm just trying to macro command everything, but I'm getting much better at it than it was like 30 hours ago. So I'm sure that's going to be like the next evolution for me as the Osweiler 4 gamer, to actually start kind of picking out the troops, doing encircling and, spearheads, that kind of stuff. All right, so we can get a new operative. What do we want? So Elizabeth Shapley is a seducer. Same with Natalia Nowakovska. I'm guessing she's Russian or something. No, she's Polish. Okay. Would have been really good to get like a German operative. As for infiltration, right? Template builds are much more important. Yeah, it's the whole kind of macro planning that kind of makes or breaks the game, doesn't it? But I think like if you start micromanaging, you can really you can get into nitty-gritty of things a bit more. And you could really turn some fights around, which might fall otherwise. Yeah, I'll show you Palokis. So let's get her, Natalia Nowakovska. I like her name, so I'm gonna pick her. So it's basically the default template, but we've added anti-air, artillery, and anti-tank. I think I should probably put some of these to work. They're get a little bit too comfortable just chilling out in the UK. Extra research slots. Should have done this early on, right? Yeah, so let's put it to work. Not my most experienced one, but everybody needs to start somewhere. So let's build a network over here in Germany. Maybe we'll put in Rain as well, like Sophie Seatournier. She's an escape artist, so we can be a bit more risque with her. Let's build another network, maybe on this side here. Let's see, please turn off auto pushing at Maginot Line. They are, let's see, they keep hitting high level forts with no chance of pushing through. Oh, here's Moselland. Okay, I was wondering where that was. You could also put spies near the German border, so it reduces their entrenchment bonus. Oh, that's the thing. That's cool. Let's do that. Yeah. So we'll do that, and we'll try to stop this thing Pavlok is pointing out. All right. And she's going to be good. She's a linguist, so she'll kind of fall into the surrounding a bit better. Okay, so we put spies near the German border. Is there like a particular command? Like, is it just building up the network, or is it better to choose any one of these particular ones? Like, So the first one, counterintelligence. And then I just assign them here to Alsace-Lorraine. All right. Click to assign snow to counterintelligence in France. Oh, the second one then? Okay, build intelligence network. And then that needs to be in Germany, right? I can't really do it locally. So here. Right, so she's now building that up. And hopefully, you know, she'll be able to help with that a little bit. We actually have 2 agents on that. So that should help with the front line a little bit. Okay, so now we have 2 of these research labs available. So let's put them to good use, shall we? Royal Ordnance Factories. The Royal Arsenal at Woolwich is woefully insufficient to produce all the munitions and small arms we need. We should establish many more factories around the country, preferably in relatively safe areas. It's giving us a lot of production capacity, so let's research that post-haste, shall we? Oh, we sunk 1 submarine. Only took 100 naval bombers. Resources well spent, I'm sure. Okay, so this one's ready to launch. Let's do that. Let's see. I think we click this. Oh, okay. We've lost so much air superiority. This was at like around 60% when we started planning. Yeah, this may not work out this time. Not sure I want to go ahead with this. Well, let's do it. That's it. You know, F it, we ball, that's it. Off they go. Let's watch it. Here they go. Fingers crossed, ladies and gents. Let's gamble it. You're still on about the furry? Well, I think it was just joking. I wouldn't take it seriously. There we go. Come on. Two details. Strike finish, lost 40 planes, big loss. Suffers 15% damage. Gives us 5% progress. That was not worth it. But it was worth it for the excitement factor. So fair play, right? Yeah, 50 days setback. Hardly an inconvenience. Yeah, speaking of like furries and stuff, I mean, what the heck were you playing yesterday? I checked it out a little bit. Were you playing like My Little Pony? House of Iron? Never again, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I did hear you say that you could never get into it. Anything fantasy like that, and maybe not particularly that sort of thing, right? Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, not something, you know, I would get into either, right? But fair shakes. There's something for everybody. Okay, so last 1 unit here. So we have a mountaineer. This one's going to be good. We want him on the front line as well. Never asked me what about Pony Island Kappa. Yeah. It's like Fight Club, isn't it? We don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about Pony Island. It's a good mod, but I can't get into the fantasy world too much. Had the LARP as a pony. Yeah, it's like, it threw me off a little bit. I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, good fun. All right. Oh, nice. So we sunk 6 destroyers. That was a good fight. We're out of oil. We get even more. 2 more civilian factories. I mean, hopefully that's going to be enough. I think we might have to pull back on the home fleet a little bit. This fleet has been refitting from the start of the game. All right, so we're going to stop the patrolling and we're going to get it back to Scapa Flow. That should help with the fuel expenditure. Do you have synthetic refineries? We have some research. I think I've built some stuff like that, but I may have to build a bit more, right? First one in the production queue. I mean, we're going to be needing it, right? They give you both rubber and oil. So oil for the ships and rubber, I guess, is for the infantry more. And maybe tanks as well. Air experience. I guess it's capped at 500. So, okay, we need to find something to do with all this. Rubber is mainly for trucks and planes. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we need plenty of rubber then, due to the ever-growing air force we have. Okay, so I have 500 air experience. It is capped. I can't get any more. So we can't really sit on this. We need to do something with it. So from what I understand, this will just grow by itself. I can't spend any points on it. So it is what it is. I could design more airplanes, I suppose. Is there anything else I can spend these points on? Because currently we're losing it, right? We're losing points by not actually spending them, right? The UK, you could just import rubber in British Malaysia. Or Malaya. Yeah. Okay, so let's read what this does, so we can actually find something to do with this. Let's see. When your aircraft engage in missions, you gain experience. Air wings engage, Lend-Lease, national focuses give. All right, air experience is used to develop better variants of existing aircraft, design new ones, and unlock doctrines. All right, so we've unlocked all the doctrines. So we basically need to create some new airplanes by the looks of it. And we should have some upgrades though. Some research has gone into it. So I'm hoping I can spend most of this. That's then construction, right? Production. At this point, it doesn't do anything unless, yes, for special decisions and designs. But I think I can actually upgrade some of these. So let's have a look at that. So it's the bomber. I wish you would just show me, like, because this is a bomber, right? And I want to change it. I wish you would just show me the bombers instead of everything. Here we are. So it was with this. So we create a variant. Then again, I suppose, you know, I'll just get used to it this way. It won't really matter eventually. The design of Eurofighter is still at interwar level. Yeah, we did change it, didn't we? Yeah, but let's go through all these. Because we have, like, we researched like 1 or 2 upgrades to the chassis for all these. So we might as well begin with that. Very inaccurate from what we're going to get. So let's stick with this, I think. All right, and I think reliability will be big for us for bombers. Yeah, Okay, so if you have making them too heavy on the bombs, it will decrease the reliability, so we don't want that. Don't need them to be too agile. This might be too much, though. It's mainly the range we want to look at. But, like, having a good speed, though, I imagine that's going to help us get away from the fighters as well. Yeah, so 1,540 kilometers. I think that's going to be plenty, right? How wide is Germany? Does anybody know? So if I were to attack from, say, Paris, and if I want to get to the east of Germany, anybody have an idea how far that is roughly in kilometers? So this stuff is kind of expensive, isn't it? So I think I'll be able to use it all up. All right, so I think this is okay. Let's do this. Save. And I think it appeared here somewhere in list. Was it this one? I think you was right. Better be. Yeah, this is why you don't upgrade interwar bombers. Why is still interwar one? So do you need to scrap this entirely and just do like a different production line entirely? Maybe let's try it at least, see what it looks like. So these are all interwar, right? I just want to get rid of that. And get like one of the new upgrades. Because if you look at the research, right? Just to have a look at it. Yeah, right. So we have these frames. We have upgraded a little bit. So how do I actually select these frames? I see, because I'm currently just building off the base, the interwar small airframes, etc. So I need to just switch that on entirely. So the main question is then, how do we get these into action? So let's say, I'm going to make a bunch of fighters. So I want to use the improved small airframe. So go into the production, and I design them there. But yeah, because what I'm wondering, like, do I have to create like a new production line for it then, instead of replacing an existing one? So let's take this one, for example. Okay, now it's showing all this stuff, which is old. But I want this, an improved small airframe. So create a variant of that. Let's see, floats, tie brakes. So if I wanted to create like a Juke, for example, like a Juke 88, these tie brakes will be the thing, right? This is my first time designing a new airplane, so bear with me here while I figure this out. Okay, the main armament goes up here. Lighter weapons. There we go. Yeah, it's just switch, right? When you have the Navy, it's the other way around. Like, you need to place the modules here, and then you get the additional ones on top. But here it's in the reverse, like. So that's kind of what threw me off a little bit. So we're just going to go for, like, mass guns here. This seems about accurate. I think they had, like, 4 machine guns on either side. Now we're kind of supercharging. Okay, so we got this. I think that's all we need, right? So we can check what other options we have. We're not going to add a turret. No bomb sites. Radio navigation. Let's see. A radio receiver listening for the crossing of two fairly simple radio navigation beams, making it possible to find a target even in perfect darkness. Oh, yeah. I know these. I know how to use these. Okay, so that looks like it's pretty good to start with. So we'll save this as a Spitfire. And then we basically change this out for the Spitfire. Right, that's more like it. Oh, we just need to get rid of these old ones here too, right? That's the basic large airframe. I'm thinking these can be the bombers for us. Strategic bomber, large bomb base. What's this? Some more of these. Bomber 2, so it has more range. Alright, so this one might want like a turret. What's this? Non-strategic material usage. By substituting specially treated wood or fabric for aluminum whenever possible, we can drastically reduce the usage of strategic materials. However, wood and fabric don't stand up very well to modern weapons. Alright, air defense minus 10. Yeah, we won't do this straight away. Yeah, keep in mind the weight. I mean, maybe there's something we need just to make the airframe lighter. But bomb sights, that's going to be needed. And the radio navigation. Weight exceeds thrust for these missions. Okay. So we might have to drop, like, maybe some of these bomb... Okay. It doesn't need to... Just maybe one bomb bay? Or 6 engines. Maybe that helps, right? Alright, let's have a look at this. Range, supply, weight, 26. Yeah, so it's basically mainly the airframe and the large bomb bay that does it. Better engines increase thrust of planes, so you can generally want to research them too. Yeah, so that's something we haven't researched by looks of it. That's why we can't make this one work for now. So alternatively, we have this, but it's pretty weak, isn't it? Just like one bomb kind of a module. So that's strategic bombing 15, which isn't that much. So I think these already have something like that. And okay, so upgrade by 5. We can do this for now. At least it's slightly better. So it's the Halifax. There we go. All right, so that's much improved at least. Yeah, so we just need to research more airplane, like kind of better engines, and then we can get some proper heavy bombers. It looks like we have a lot of things happening here as well. Lots of things to click away.
Listen up!
Let's see, we require some tactical bombers. Equipment required. Well, that's what we're doing here, isn't it? These are tactical bombers. Would seem there's still a lot of little kind of minutiae to figure out as I play. All right, but let's pick something here as well. Maybe something good here for Air Force. We could do something to help all kind of fighters, I think. Right, so we could do this one possibly. Air power projection, so that will help, I imagine, with getting the control of a sector, as far as air control does. Yeah, that's more supporting other airplanes. This one's probably better for actually going out there fighting, to find them. But I think this one will be stronger when we actually have more units. But it does give us the air mission efficiency, though, which is basically what we use when we do air superiority, I think. Like so. Yeah, major countries are hard. Some games also make 2 players play UK. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because it's a lot of things to toggle and keep on the control, right? And I'm not really that, I'm not the most experienced player yet. I think I'm up to like 60 hours or so, maybe 80. So I'm getting much better than I was. Like after 20 hours, it was just a disaster. But that's why we play Paradox games, like, and that's what's so fun about them. You feel you're actually gaining some mastery of them as you keep playing. It makes it a lot of fun. Whatever your heart's big, that's it. I could also play like My Nation at some point. But I think like the main thing with that though is like, would you have anything to do? It might be uninteresting to watch as well, if there's nothing going on. And I know for myself, like, it would help if I was more comfortable with the game. So I know a lot of people who are playing, like, they click really fast, they do all kinds of stuff. And sometimes I feel like they don't necessarily check out necessarily what they're picking in some cases. But the movement of the game is much faster, right? I'm still kind of in that learning phase a little bit. But I think it might be more fun to watch when I'm actually all over the thing. That aside though, I am enjoying the experience though. Okay, so this one finished. Brilliant. With the first attempt dashed by highways, the second attempt the next day was met with success and delivered the team safely to the shore. Our agent found an engineer in need of some personal company, who has been very open about his work. Our team has blended in with local civilians and is currently making plans to either make their way back to our lines or stay in the area for further assignments. Yeah, no roleplay, just numbers for them. Yeah, I guess like it depends on what you're into, right? I really enjoy like the story element of it, like seeing everything kind of play out. Robbie says it was a Microsoft Excel game, which is fair enough. I mean, this is coming from somebody who used to play EVE Online, and that's the ultimate Excel spreadsheet gaming experience. Well, I really like the kind of fantasy of playing out this conflict. And I suppose it makes me play a little bit slower as well as a result. We could unlock this, like the special forces, maybe it's time. One of the following must be true. It has to research mountain infantry, marines, paratroopers, or rangers. I thought I had the mountain infantry researched. I'm also so much fun too after learning the game. Yeah, I've seen some I really want to try out. I mean, they have like a Fallout mod. They have that more modern one that happens like from 2000, like the Cold War between Russia and the States, and the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that good stuff. And there's another one called, I think, Roads 256. That looks like a really detailed version of World War II. But I'm hoping all these like DLCs I just bought will help with that, because it gives me more functionality to play those games. Or yeah, My Little Pony. Yeah. It might not hit my top 100 list of what to play in HOI 4, but I can add it at the bottom. See, let me see now. Yeah, mind you though, I think I'll probably be wrapping up soonish. I feel I'm getting a little bit tired. Been up since like this before the sun came up, well before that. And as you know, House of Iron 4 is a very focus-dependent game, right? Oh, awesome. So we can actually raid down here now as well, because Italy's decided to join. I think maybe we'll have a better chance attacking them. Let's pick the 25th Squadron of the Royal Air Force again. And we can fly in from Corsica. That's more like it. That looks good. Yeah, the furry guys need to be out as well. Possibly. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could also do a VTuber avatar with furry ears. Like bunny ears, but like I said, it's not really my style. Don't mind people who do it. But it might not be exactly up my alley, if you know what I mean. Some more research done. Oh, very good. That looks pretty good to me. You know, after like getting the DLCs, like comparative to vanilla, it's just like a totally different experience. Like vanilla just seems so empty and kind of boring in comparison, if I'm honest. Whereas here it's like there's so much I'm doing, right? And so many things to consider. But I'm actually kind of glad I started with vanilla, because it would have been even more overwhelming, like diving right into it with everything. So it's actually good I spent like the first 20-30 hours on vanilla, I think. All right, so Netherlands wants to join the Allies. I think that's a good idea. They join the Allies. Yeah, they added many minor things to DLCs. Yeah, a lot of mechanic stuff, right? Lots of extra menus and things. Okay, so they've joined. I was just waiting for the US to come in here. When was that? Was it 42 or 43 they joined? I mean, the war's over at what, 45, isn't it? I think Japan capitulated at like 45, or in 45 sometime. All right, so the subs are sinking a few columns, not too many though. I think we can quite easily keep up with their current tonnage just by production, I think. Most of the things they add on DLCs are basically just roleplay purposes. Yeah, which exactly, Lasagna, why you should play the games from a roleplay perspective. Because otherwise you miss out on the best parts. It's a big fleet to sink one little ship. We're gonna have to get some heavy ships down to the Mediterranean eventually. Before I do, though, I think I'll probably want to get some more oil production going, because we run really quick otherwise. So United States wants to provide some more P1 Hawks. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I think I'll wrap it up here for now. I can feel my concentration is starting to kind of dip more and more the longer I play. Oh, they actually don't. Yes, they did. So this is going to make it even harder for Germany to fight them off, right? But I think this is a pretty good spot to kind of say it's like things are really hectic. And there's so much happening here. Big sad. Oh, I'll be back before you know it. So thank you everybody for checking out stream. Hope you enjoy it, and particularly you chatters. It's so nice to talk to you guys. Yesenia, Pavlokis, Mini, all of you. It just makes the experience so much more fun, and that's why I stream. All right, so until next time, have a good day or evening, whatever the case may be, and until then, I'll see you then. Bye now.